And good evening. How is everyone today? I didn't put my phone in there. There we go. How is everyone today? Alright, let's see what roles I was needing.
You have reached an automated...
Norwick. That's fine. First things first is get this fucking...
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, I'm phoning up. I was placed on tag last night by PD. Now, they don't have a case, but I'm just seeing a lawyer just to come down and basically cross some I's, dot some T's, and basically say to them, like, throw the charges before you got taken to court yourselves.
Okay, are you at PD now?
No, I am currently at my apartment, so I can come down to PD if you want to meet me there.
Right. Okay, so obviously I would need to familiarise myself with the case of what PD is trying to apply to yourself.
I can give you a quick rundown right now before you look at the case properly.
If you could, that'd be perfect.
So basically, I was down at the beach, pickpocketing.
Okay.
Now, obviously, it looks like the arresting officer did not catch it on the body cam, so they stopped and searched me under Section 1, and basically said, look, you're being detained, you're being searched because I suspect that you're pickpocketing. Now,
okay,
she couldn't prove anything there and then, but she found a broken bottle in my pocket. So she arrested me for a, in quote, deadly weapon.
Right, okay.
Now, last time I checked, if you stab somebody with a broken bottle, you're breaking that shit even more after you've stabbed them with it, which means it's no longer a weapon, basically. But I allowed it. She then took me down to the station. They questioned me about cards I had in my pocket. Now, I explained to them I had been on a long-ass RV ride. And I kept losing my credit cards. So every bank that I stopped off at, I got a new card. And I cleaned it out because I'd finally got an apartment and found all of them in my pocket.
Okay.
Now, they rolled with that as well. They were just like, that's fine, that's fair enough. They then came back and tried rearresting me with pickpocketing, saying that they had been told by the local that I was stealing lithium.
And did they find any of that substance on your person at all?
They did find lithium in my pocket because I did openly admit that I had lithium in my pocket because I was trying to prove a point to them that they were failing at their job because the arresting officer took aluminium out of my pocket. I asked why you're taking that. It's been rounded off. It's a souvenir. It's not got any sharp edges. She goes, oh, it's standard procedure. Now, while I was standing in the cell, I noticed I still had the lithium in my pocket, and it goes, right, okay, so you searched me under Section 1 of PACE for a stop and search. You then arrested me for a deadly weapon and searched me under Section 32 inside the station. And then you got me with a 54 while in the cells. But you allowed me to keep lithium, which is a corrosive substance that if I was to hold on to long enough or even lick, I could potentially do harm to myself. And you left it on my person.
Right, okay, so they're trying to charge you with something despite not taking the proper precaution by taking said item off.
Yeah. Now, they told me that their dispatch calls were saying I was stealing lithium from a local's pocket. Now, I was sat there waiting for them to write out the bail because I was just like, right, it's 4 a.m. I can't be bothered. I want to go to bed. And ended up singing away to myself. And one of their CID officers actually overheard me singing and come down to the cells. He's just like, what are you here for? Gave him the lowdown and turned around and said to him, funny, because I goes to him, the funny part is that the charges have changed multiple times. I've never once been de-arrested and rearrested for the new charge. And they're telling me the dispatch system is telling me the local was saying that I was stealing lithium out their pocket. Now I didn't know dispatches were that in depth.
Yeah.
This CID officer then turned around and goes to me, they're not actually that in depth. So if a local is saying that someone's pickpocketed them, it isn't going to say what's getting taken off them. It's just going to say they're being pickpocketed. So I think at that point they were just trying to look for something to do me with, and they just so happened, because of the lithium on me, they were trying to get a case out of lithium. There was also a few allegations of me being a criminal without any evidence to prove so. Because another officer did turn around and say, if you can't do the time, then don't do the crime. And I said to the officer, well, funny that, you're releasing me on bail, but now you're turning around and saying I actually am a criminal. So which one is it?
So they're treating you as a criminal, yet they're not actively able to prove their allegations.
They put me
Right.
on a 3-day investigative bail, pending me being able to get a lawyer to go down and speak to them about said charges.
Right. Okay. With that, obviously I can't go into specifics of PD, but
Yep.
they have got some counterclaims going against them currently for not this exact type of inquiry, but very similar in officers misrepresenting
By
themselves.
any chance,
So
is one of them that's involved in a Chloe? Chloe with a
I'm not
K.
able to disclose
Okay.
any sort of the clients, but so far, from what you've told me so far, I'm quite satisfied that we could potentially get this all revoked. Can I just take your name if I can, please, mate?
It's Max Campbell.
Nice to meet you, mate. So what I can do is I'm more than
No, it's not Chloe
able
Wilder.
to
It's
head to
another Chloe.
PD either with yourself or on your behalf to get follow-up information with this. Obviously, I can't guarantee an outcome right now. I can definitely get that ball rolling if that's an inquiry you wish to take forward.
Yeah, because I definitely want to get off this this bail.
Right, okay. So what I'll do is I'll head down to PD now. Would now be an ideal time for yourself, or would you like to do it later on?
I just need to grab some food on my way, and I'll be good to go. I'll meet you there.
Absolutely no worries. I will see you shortly. Hopefully we get this sorted for you, mate, okay?
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers.
Really? Well, yeah, no, it's not Chloe Wilder. As far as I'm aware, she's just a civilian. Now, Alzino has got a PD soul. It's either a PD soul or is Alzino himself, one of the two. But damn, that man is a lot calmer on PD than he is on Crim. Was gonna get a suit on for this, but fuck it. It is. When it comes to being an officer in 5M these days, it's more a case of who can rage bait the hardest. There's no real crap. There's no real is there evidence for this sort of thing? Because like you just heard there for yourself, the case that they've got against me, there's no evidence. They were just trying to send me down and possibly fetch some nibbles, but it's just why half of Orbit PD have kind of dipped type thing. I've noticed a lot of them have just fucked off type thing. Fucking put away the burner and the weed. And there it goes. Now, the funny part is, the arresting officer last night, I had 2,000 in my pocket, along with 1,000 dirty rolls, and there was no questions asked about the money. It was all about the lithium and shit. Nah, I feel bad for Ryan. I've seen a lot of people that were once in orbit now over here. And a lot of them is a PD force as well. Oh, the phone snatching here is bad. There's actually a Section 60 in play because of the phone snatching. That's how bad that shit is here. And how can you not stop them? If you see them physically doing it, if you're in an area where there's a large amount of phone snatching going on, right, and you see them do it, then you've got the evidence to go with. If they want to try and take it to a lawyer, you've got the body cam to show it. Show them doing it. Not only that, but if there's a Section 60 in play where the phone snatching's going on, then but that's the thing, you can't stop response from pursuing. If there's no traffic, then who's going to pursue? I don't know. I just don't like this whole response only response to seeing this traffic deals with the chase and kind of crap. I get CID. Leave them to their investigations, because a lot of people do not like doing the MDTs, so leave them to it. But if there's a phone snatching and response are there, then leave them to do a chase if they see someone doing it. Don't turn around and say to them, no, don't go after them type situation, because where's their RP? They're just sitting and watching and reporting. I've always believed in allow response to do chases. If traffic's on, then yeah, let traffic take primary, but
Hiya, my name is Jay. Let me scan these items for you.
but let response in on the chases as well. It's not fair on them.
That's all the items scanned. You can pay with cash or card when ready. Appreciate that, mate. You have a good one. If you wouldn't mind returning the basket to where you picked it up, that'd be great.
Where's
Cheers.
somebody pulling a sausage roll from? There was none in there. I want a sausage roll now. Oh. See, that is not response's fault at all. That is the criminals brake checking. And it just so happens that, once again, if they brake check and get knocked off, then it's on them. It's here. It's... Yeah, I'm alright. Yourself? If they're the ones stupid enough to brake check you in a high speed pursuit, then fair play to them. Just let them away with it. Don't nail the officer for something that wasn't their fault. See, I was Romeo 3 and... No, sorry, Romeo 5 in Unique. And I get how hard it can be for the response. Because once ARU comes into play, response are going to be pushed out the way of even hostage situations. I'm a firm believer in just letting everyone RP. Everyone needs their RP. I don't know what that highlight dirt thing is. I should really buy a car. Got 30k in my account and I've not bought a car yet.
What are you up to today?
Just waiting
Yeah,
for an officer to come down to contest 3 charges for someone.
I think
Oh,
that's
cool.
myself that you're here for.
I'm
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
I'm a police officer, but I've just came off duty.
I do. I'm not sure if it's yourself that can deal with it, or if you can
No,
go
no,
to
I'm not
someone
on
who
duty.
can.
I'm not on duty, mate.
It'll probably need to be Chloe that deals with it because I've got to check in with her for my bail anyway.
Yeah,
Chloe or Armston.
I've literally not had a day off since the city opened, so I'm going to explore a little bit.
I don't blame you, mate.
You know,
Do you know if they're up to something at the minute? Only because they keep declining my calls.
mate, where are you?
Good chat, good chat.
I'm at the front of Sinners now. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
So I've just gone through a bit of insight of what you've told me so far.
Yep.
If the police are charging you with possession of a deadly weapon, in this case a broken bottle, is that the only item that
Thanks for
you
the
have
follow,
on you
Rister.
that warrants for that charge? Yeah, or that's what they're trying to push you for?
I said to them I would easily I did hand over the broken bottle to them actually, but yeah, when releasing me, amongst the belongings that were released to me, that broken bottle was released back to myself.
Okay, so they're deeming it not right. That adds even more confusion of why they've done that.
Because I mean, I did turn around and question it myself. I turned around and go, "Is right this broken bottle? You said it was a deadly weapon, so what's going on?" And Armisen did turn around and say, "Oh, it is a deadly weapon." I'm just like, "Well, here you go then. Here's it back because your officer just handed me it."
You've arrested me for something in my possession, and then you're giving it back to me. It makes perfect sense.
Yes, yeah.
Because the main argument at the minute that we can initially start with is that, because I'm not 100% sure of how in-depth the officers have looked into it, but contrary of the Prevention of Crime Act 1953 and Section 139 of the Criminal Justice Act 1998, the officer has to put into consideration that the item, in this case, which is the broken bottle, has to carry a weapon absent of intent. So because of the nature of what charge they're trying to get you for, that item doesn't warrant.
Well, that's the thing.
grade.
Like I said to them, you know how when you jump a lot, you get a bit exhausted. So
Yeah.
I had been jumping about a bit, gotten exhausted, and it had possibly smashed in my pocket. And I didn't know about it till she said, and that's where Armisen was just like, okay, that's fair dues. The 11 cards, he didn't even he questioned that. I turned around and explained it to him. He accepted that, and that's when they came back with you're being charged with the theft of lithium. Even though I was told that it was pickpocketing originally. And then they turn around and goes, oh yes, the local did report pickpocketing, but it was pickpocketing for lithium. And I goes, hold on a minute, so you're trying to tell me that a local who does not work at Humane Labs and is down at the beach having a casual walk has reported that I've taken a highly corrosive, highly dangerous substance from Humane Labs where it's supposed to be getting kept, and said that I have stolen it off them.
So, am I right in saying this happened towards the seafront? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay, I do. Okay, good. I'm not going crazy.
Let me try and get the exact location for you. Two seconds. I'm trying to remember the rough whereabouts.
It doesn't have to be the precise point because I know the officers should, in their report, put the location. It just gives us a bit of the understanding that if you
It
were in a
was like
Okay.
the Melanoma Street and Malignav type area.
okay, maybe. Because you're all in that sort of vicinity, they would have to then portray that having that substance on you. They have to provide either a statement from who it's been taken from, or any sort of evidence that strongly provides reason for that.
Now,
One of the
as you, I don't know if it says it on there, but as I've told you, they said the local reported that I was taking it from their pocket. Now, the CID officer that I spoke to in the cells turned around and said their dispatch system isn't that in depth. Yeah, it doesn't. If somebody say that you went and pickpocketed a local in Legion Square, their dispatch system isn't going to turn around and say, "Oh, this person wearing this took this from this person's pocket."
Yeah, that's why they have to do their investigation themselves to figure out the scope of what was taken, which does not make sense in the slightest. So the game plan which I'm recommending right now is once we do manage to get an officer to be present, get them to confirm what charges they wish to place on yourself. Try and get them to dig as much of a hole bit deeper than they already have, and then we can then try and nitpick all the answers that they've provided. Because
there's an old friend that is currently on shift. I'm going to try and give him a message. Army is on. No, that's a different person. Never mind. Yeah, there's an old friend, an old colleague of mine that is currently on shift. I'll give him a message and see if he'll answer his phone to get somebody down here.
I'll try phone PD again just in case. Yes, hi, my name's Ben Richards. I'm currently standing outside of your station. Can I request an officer to discuss an ongoing inquiry with one of my clients which is on bail, please?
I'll be professional. I'll take the hat off.
Yeah, we can wait as long as we need to. It's a case of it's getting to the level it's getting quite serious from the side of police to we're just trying to wrap it up. It is indeed.
Hello, this is Sergeant Price. I'm out.
Oh, sorry, it's the wrong Nathan. I thought it was a different Nathan. Hi, I'm currently on bail. I'm down here with my lawyer. I was placed on investigative bail last night. Now, the evidence the response officers were given last night, along with the charges that they were trying to charge me with, are not making sense at all. And myself and my lawyer are looking for someone to actually talk to about this, because of the fact that I am currently on bail for, well, something they couldn't even prove, and the charges changed 3 times. I was never de-arrested and re-arrested for the new charges or anything.
Yeah.
So me and my lawyer are looking for somebody to speak to see if we can get this sorted.
What's your name?
Maxwell Campbell. Well, Max Campbell, sorry.
Give me a second. Max Campbell.
Nathan Price is looking at it just now.
20 seconds. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm assuming this occurred on the 22nd.
Yeah,
so it would have been last night, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was theft and possession of offensive weapon in a public place.
Sir, how are we doing?
Oh, Armison's here. He was one of the officers last night, so he could possibly help.
Yeah, there you go then.
Mr. Maxwell,
Yeah,
how are we doing?
I'm all right, sir. Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Price.
All right.
I'm all right. Yourself?
I'm not too bad, sir. I'm not too bad.
So, can we get this wrapped up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow me in.
Give me a second to just take off my hat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Obviously, I'm gonna obviously you're coming into the station. Obviously, you're gonna be put under caution, right? You don't have to say anything but may harm your defence. Anything you do not mention when questioned, something you're allowed to rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. you're being detained, but obviously you haven't been arrested. You're just being re-detained. I'm going to search you under Section 1 of PACE, Criminal and Justice Act 1984, only because I don't want you coming in the station and just for my own safety and the solicitor's safety. All right?
Yep.
Perfect. Have you got anything? Well, give me 1 second. Obviously, you know who I am, but obviously, I'm R. Major Sponsky, Peace Constable, shoulder number 5538 from 5538 CP, working from Sinner
What are
Street Police
these
Station.
photos,
Have you got anything in your pockets that will poke, prod, or stab me, please?
Negative.
Perfect. I'm just going to reach inside your pockets now, sir. Okay.
He is. He's funny. He literally turned around and goes to me last night.
Beautiful. You still have the tag on you, sir. That's what I like to see.
Yep.
That's what I like to see. Follow me in, sir.
He literally turned around and goes to me like, mate, I would love to carry on this scene with you, but it's 4 a.m. I know. I've had my eyes on for 8 hours.
I do believe the officer that obviously opened the investigation is not here, but I'll be able to pick it up and get it all processed anyway, sir. Okay.
Yeah, this officer ended up having to help Miss Chloe last night.
Yep, Mrs. Evans. Yep.
He is chill. He's
Just gonna
fucking
go in. Give me a
hilarious.
second, guys. I'm not too sure if anyone's in here as of right now. Let me check. Might be all clear. Right, so if you want to follow me through this door, please.
I do.
Right, I'm going to be outside, guys. I'll give you around 5 to 8 minutes or something.
Okay.
How does 10 minutes sound? Because I do believe you've got a lot to cover, right?
We've had the discussion upstairs.
Yeah, his voice.
Do you want me to elaborate a little bit more? So you actually understand, right?
I've been briefed on the charges, which is why he's currently under caution.
Yeah.
However, there's some discrepancies of the reasoning of some of the charges. We've had a discussion upstairs whilst waiting for either yourself or another officer to be in attendance.
Yep.
So yeah, it's mainly just we've had a chat already, so we're just happy to go straight into it if
Yep.
you are.
No, yeah. No worries.
Okay,
Let's,
no worries, my friend.
Let's go then. Let's go.
It's just gonna
I might
be a case of
might have
things
one
need to be
officer come down here
sorted
with
out.
me, all right, just to sit with me. I mean, I'm happy to go ahead on our own. Let's just go ahead on our own. We'll be fine. I don't
Thanks for the like,
feel
man.
like I'm in any danger. We're good. Come inside, guys.
I
You're
get
more
it.
than
It's,
welcome
it's
to at
just,
any point.
it's
so,
just a case of
yeah,
getting
so-
things nailed down. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. Trying to see me. Perfect.
Yeah.
How's your day going so far, officer? Has it been going okay?
Say that again. Sorry.
How's your day going so far? Has it
Yeah,
been
not
okay?
too
It's just a
bad.
case of
Literally,
getting
you're
things
the
sorted,
first
really.
person I spoke to. If I'm honest, we just had an incident where we had to go somewhere and I had to send some assistance over
Because
there.
I mean,
I
know there's a lot of gang
in that
fights going
location, and
on
now I've
already.
just had my lunch, so I'm fresh and raring to go. Right.
Absolutely
So
perfect.
right. So,
I didn't
obviously,
lie,
the
but I
caution
was
still
like-
stands. You are under caution for this piece. Well, give me a second. Let me put the recording on. Actually, give me a second. So you are being voice recorded and video recorded at this moment in time. You are still under caution. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Anything you do not mention when questioned, something you're allowed to rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. The time is now 19:37 on the 23rd of the 5th, 2026. You're currently in Sinner Street Police Station. My name is
you'll-
Armate
2 seconds.
Jasponsky, collar number 5538 CP, and obviously I work from Sinner Street Police Station. Can the suspect and the solicitor state their name, please, for the recording, please?
Maxwell Campbell,
Ben Richards.
Ben Richards. There you go.
Perfect. Right. So, sit down. Right. So, for the prompt of this investigation, sir, obviously, I'm just going to ask you some questions, sir. Obviously, have you had a consultation with your solicitor so he's give you advice of what's going to happen in this interview, or do you want me to stop the recording and you want another minute to have another consultation?
We've discussed everything.
Beautiful. Well, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have to get my laptop out just to clarify the exact times and exact locations. Okay.
Perfect.
Ben, I'm just gonna let you kick this. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely. No worries. Obviously, if the officer has direct questions to you,
Yeah.
obviously, if I believe that you should answer them, I would advise you so. But if you are happy to answer any of his questions, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just whilst the officer's doing that, do his thing for a minute. Like, paperwork is the vein of all, everything to do with PD.
It's the paperwork of any white collar job, really.
That's what I mean. Like, just some industries you just can't get out with giving the paperwork.
Actually, I was about to say the bane of being an officer is not the paperwork. The bane of being an officer is lawyers.
What are you trying to say?
I'm an ex-officer, so basically, everything should be dotted and crossed before like you even had a chance to look at it. Because now that you looked at it,
Hmm.
nothing can be
Yeah.
changed, and any issues with it and any like thing that they've done wrong, you can automatically pick away at it. They can't fix that now.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We'll see what the police currently have, and then we'll take it from there.
Right, give me
Yep.
1 second, guys. I'm just going to have to speak to someone up. Then give me a second, all right?
Absolutely, no worries.
I'm just gonna pause the interview for a 10-minute recess.
They already
I'm
fucked
gonna
it.
stop
They've
recording.
already
Okay, I'll
fucked it.
start recording once I head back in here.
No worries, my friend.
Thank you. Give me a second, guys.
So, yeah,
I'm
obviously,
guessing there's stuff actually missing.
that's the first time an officer has rushed out of an interview after starting to consultate with another officer.
Like
Or
I
another
said, I'm an
person.
ex-officer, so I did have him and Miss Evans sweating a little bit last night with what they were trying to charge me with. And I'm guessing now that a lawyer is fully involved, yeah, there's some stuff that is he's noticed that is now missing that could potentially
Yeah.
just ruin it even more.
Well, obviously, I can't disclose other inquiries which are ongoing. However, all I can say is there is currently a secondary countersuit against the PD for failure to properly report and audit suspects. One example, a certain person was fully charged without their rights being read to them. So you can obviously understand that sort of can of worms they've opened.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
I mean,
obviously,
things were done a bit backwards for me last night. I was taken
Mm.
down to custody and I was searched under Section 2 in custody.
you want to know
Now,
something funny?
being
I was standing outside your cell whilst that was going
oh,
on.
you were the officer that was trying to do.
I was the solicitor for the guy in the cell next to you.
Yeah. But yeah, I was searched under Section 32 in custody now, if I remember correcting. Sorry, tongue tied. Just kind of woke up. If I remember
you know.
correctly, it's supposed to be a Section 54 search in custody, is it not?
Yeah, it's meant to be a Section 54, subsection 6. Gives them the right
Yep.
to search you in a police custody.
Now,
however,
searching under Section 32 is after arrest out on the street. It's before you get to custody because you're supposed to search them before you even bring them into custody. Because for all she knows, I could have had something stashed somewhere that she hadn't searched yet, and yeah, I could have taken out the entire PD force. Not saying that I was going to, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, if we're all speaking freely, then
Hey, it's
yeah,
Ben,
perfect.
Ken.
But the main issue that I'm seeing at the minute with the officers is that they've arrested you for possession of something, and then they've released you and given that back to you. So then, technically, could they arrest you again for having possession of it?
That's why I handed
no
it.
worries.
That's why I handed it straight back over to them as soon as I noticed it was in amongst the belongings that I was returned. So I was just like, hold on a second. Because the funny part is, as well, once I get the bottle back as well, they actually gave me the lithium packs, which they said they were arresting me for back as well.
Yeah. So obviously, the officer's going to most likely have a few questions for you, but then we can answer the questions afterwards.
I have a badge in. So obviously, well, what the problem is, guys, is obviously because I'm only a PC, right? Obviously I have no like grey access to the system. I can only access stuff that's been for the last 12 hours, if that makes sense. So obviously the actual record of what happened in the incident is obviously stored on a file that someone else has access to, right? So what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to postpone the interview again. I'm sorry to be a nuisance, guys. I did just radio over and try and find out if there is a sergeant on the radio, but unfortunately there isn't. And obviously I can conduct the interview happily. You know, obviously I can give you my number, sir, and you can take my number, and we'll get it when
Nathan Price is on shift.
I did just hear. Let me I
I
could.
was
Let
about
me
to
see if
say,
Harvey's about. One second.
I was just on the phone to him.
Let me see if Harvey's about. Harvey might be able to help. No. You say you just spoke to Price. Do you want to, if you don't mind, do you want to call Price and see if he could come down to custody? If you don't mind, sir, because I want to get you out of here and get what's gonna, you know what I mean? What's gonna be the result of
He's
this?
buttoning me now.
I see. Yeah. I just got put on by Harvey as well, also.
I mean,
yeah,
they've got to
unfortunately,
come
sir,
back to they've got to come back to the PD anyway, because the weather report that I've just had on my phone says that there's a massive storm en route. So
I see. Oh, I see. Right. Well, obviously, I don't want to hold you because obviously, right now, obviously, you're under caution for the sake of the interview. But obviously, because I don't know every single detail of the case, i.e., times, places of arrest, I can't
hey,
really,
Gunnar.
I can't really present you with an interview, sir. Because what's going to happen is if I present you with an interview and give any single detail wrong, it basically puts my job on the line because obviously I'm accusing you of something that's not correct.
That's
So-
understandable.
I mean, you don't want to repeat it last night, do you?
Listen, I don't want to repeat it last night. Definitely not, sir. But obviously, I want you to come off a bail, and obviously, if you are innocent, I want you to go on your way and not have a record. And obviously, if we do have obviously any charges that we are,
I think for scenes like this, I need a
well,
copy
capable
of
proceeding
Tyrone
with.
with his
Obviously, I
wooden
want to go down the
spoon.
correct route.
Will
I don't want to sit and interview
gif.
you guys and have all incorrect information and look unprofessional. And then when my senior sergeant, like my sergeant, says to me, you produce basically, because what happens if it goes to CPS and I try and accuse you of certain things, I could potentially lose my job. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm basically not acting in accordance of what I've swore oath for you. Do you understand? So obviously I don't want to be a pain in the ass. As fast as I want to get this done, that's why I was happy to come straight into interview. Unfortunately, I've got no one higher up, so I've got.
In that case, are we able to potentially, because I've only got 3 questions at this time, am I able to make them aware to yourself, and then that gives you guys the appropriate time to get
Yeah,
those sort of
100%.
answers as possible?
Don't,
Obviously, we're going to
Ben.
be
Don't.
working on your time
Yeah.
schedule, if I'm honest, sir. Because obviously you're the man that needs to be sat here. Obviously, I'm pretty proactive, so I'm on till 3 tonight. My shift ends at 3, so I've got all the time, and I've got basically until 3 o'clock this evening, tomorrow morning. Sorry, I'm not too sure what your time schedule is saying, Mr. Campbell, but obviously, if it's regarding your criminal record, I do believe you probably would want to come in and get it sorted. Obviously, it just comes down to what time you're going to be available. Maybe 9, 10 o'clock, there should be somebody in. But if you give me your number personally, I'll just give you a text and let you know when the sergeant's actually in the building and he's actually on radio. I can speak to him. I can get access to the details and get a bit. I can elaborate a little bit more. So I didn't actually arrest I didn't actually arrest Mr. Campbell. I came in and oversee an officer what she was doing. Once in the whole situation, she asked me for advice. You see, so obviously that's why I'm basically here. If I'm honest, it was her name was
Chloe Evans.
Chloe Evans. I said Chloe Evans. Yeah.
She kicked me out of custody as well.
Hey,
That's a whole,
wait,
that's a
she
separate
kicked you?
issue.
What did she kick you out of custody last night?
Yeah, as I was waiting for my client, he was sent off and I was then kicked
Right,
out.
I'm requesting all charges be dropped now because I stated during my custody rights that I wanted a lawyer, and she kicked the lawyer out of custody, and she's told yourself and myself that he went to bed.
That's what I heard. Also, I heard exactly the same thing. She did say to me that you'd clocked off shift. If I'm honest, that's what she did say to me. So,
Roughly what sort of time would you say this arrest and processing took place? Would it be
well, I believe
about 4 in the
we
morning
released.
or so?
We released him on bail, I believe, around 3:17 this morning. This morning we released him on bail at 3:17 this morning. I do believe the whole process, because we was talking to you for a little while, so I believe it probably was around. It was probably around 10 past 2, maybe. That was when it was, like 2:10, maybe. That I came in and spoke to him. So I don't know what time his initial arrest was, but I can imagine it was around 2 p.m.
about 3 a.m. because when we were in custody, you were standing there on your laptop, Ben, sorting out the other gentleman, and I said to her, "I want a lawyer." Because
Yeah,
the charges seem to slip and change a little bit.
They
And
did. I agree, but obviously, we still found reasonable cause to obviously charge you and release you.
Are you sure about that?
Are
Are you sure about that reasonable cause? Because I feel that you lied to me as well last night.
Sir,
That's
so
fine.
I can
Let
listen.
the officer do what he needs to do, and we'll ask
Yeah,
these sort of questions in a
yeah.
more suitable time.
Definitely, yeah. Well, once
Yes.
the audio equipment and the video equipment's recording, so we're you know what I mean. So my job's safe, and obviously you get the best legal representation also.
Okay.
Absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
As well, on a separate matter,
Oh,
with the
Chloe,
officer
Chloe,
or the
Chloe.
person that you're potentially going to be bringing down at a later date, would they be also the person that I could have a chat with in regards to a officer's misconduct?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean, I may well be able to like get a little 5 minutes, go to my home address, and maybe go onto my laptop and access my emails from my home address, and I might be able to fast track it a little bit. It may well be possible if obviously I want to get this done. I want to. I don't want to be dragging this on
Kicking
any
a
longer than
lawyer
necessary,
out of
do you know what I mean? So I
custody
could
after a
That's
potentially
suspect has
understandable.
go
requested a
home,
lawyer.
check my emails, and then literally come back, and then hopefully we can get this fast tracked and get it sorted out around maybe 9 p.m. I'm just saying a rough estimate about 9 p.m.
That's perfectly fine. Me personally, I am going to be on duty until about 4 or 5 in the morning. The only issue would be is that, if possible, if the arresting officer could be present, that would be ideal. Understandable.
For sure, yeah, because she can elaborate a lot more, and she can like actually explain her side. Because like I say, I just came down to help. I was happy to sit the interview because I did read a little bit of it, but I'm not like like basically I've slept, so obviously the exact times and dates and stuff is like very, well, the date I'll be able to get the date obviously, but the exact time and the exact location I'm not too clued up on, and obviously I want to conduct this in the best possible way, obviously for yourself and obviously Mr. Campbell. So
yeah, and I do appreciate everything you've done so far, and you have been very given a lot of information out.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I like that.
I am trying. I'm trying.
Time-wise isn't an issue because I know what sort of time frame it was. The only issues that I would wish to pass over to yourselves at the more reasonable time are questionable concerns in relation to the circumstances of the arrest, but obviously those questions I can ask later on.
Yep. Like I
yeah.
say, once again, I wasn't an arresting officer, so I don't know. I just got from
Yeah.
an officer that swore oath and to say the truth, nothing but the truth. So I just took her word for what she was saying about the suspicion. But obviously, I don't exactly know the whole ins and outs of it. So yeah, let's wrap this up, and then we'll get you called in a little bit later when we've got things a little bit more presented in a professional manner, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully, we can get this.
Someone's getting a phone
sorted out for this
call.
So that's me. That is.
That's perfectly fine. Officer, am I able to steal your number at all if I could?
Yes,
please?
sir. No worries. I don't like to put this phone down because it might be an emergency. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Hello,
you
Capital
do.
Police Department. Are you okay? We've got Grove. Yeah. What? Actually, in the cul-de-sac on Grove. What's your postal? Nearest postal, please. I'm gonna get someone sent down there ASAP. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Oh, baby. I'm free. I am free. I'll just grab your number there, Ben, so when you get a phone call telling you he's ready to talk, you can give me a bell.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
Right, I'll give that to. I'll give it to both of you. Yeah, I do appreciate, officer, you taking the time out of your day to just answer some of the basic questions that we have so far.
No worries, sir. No worries at all. Listen, this is part of my job. This is part of my job. Obviously, I'm here. I'm here to whatever amounts on my shift, I'll try and tackle in the best possible manner. Do you know what I mean? So it's no problem for me at all, sir.
Yeah, I know. Well, it sounds like you've got a few things that you need to be
definitely.
getting on with. We'll let you get
Definitely.
back to that, and we'll follow up that later on this evening if that works for
Perfect.
you.
I always hate that
Thank you,
corner
guys.
chair. I've got to step over the chairs to get out.
Don't worry
Who
about
doesn't
that,
like
sir.
a good game of musical chairs, eh?
I know. We have a cleaner go in there after every interview is conducted anyway. So when you go back in there, the table will be clean from the foot mark. All right.
You should get one of those, a load of those exercise balls to sit on. They're much more comfortable.
Yeah, 100%. One of the bouncy ones. There you go, guys.
Much appreciated, officer. Hope to speak to
Hopefully
you
we'll
soon.
catch up in a little while, guys. You have a good day. I'm gonna get down to Grove. Take care.
All right, buddy.
So, the officer that my charges were getting changed by constantly is also the same officer that kicked you out of custody last night after I requested a solicitor.
Yes. Yes.
Things are not adding up.
So obviously, I'm gonna leave that as a last priority. However, everything that they've done so far, having those items on you isn't illegal. So they have to prove reasonable suspicion that you're going to use that for any form of criminal intent. The fact that they want to charge you with possession of a deadly weapon, you either have to have used it already or shown evidence or proof that you wish to use it to cause harm or fear to someone, which you clearly haven't done.
Yep.
So
I mean,
we're
I
just gonna
didn't
let
even
them-
have it out when the officer came up to me. That it was literally in my pocket. I didn't even know it was smashed. And the fact that she picked up on that, and when she searched me under Section 1, and then arrested me, which, by the way, I just remembered now, so we might need to see the body cam for that. She never actually said what section she was searching me under. She said that she was searching me under Section 1, which, if I remember correctly, is a Go Wisely section.
Did they follow the Go Wisely? Some officers
She
don't.
did say that I was entitled to the search up to a certain amount of days, and say who she was and all that kind of stuff. But she searched me and then started taking the stuff out of my pockets when she noticed the broken ball. So
Right,
you might need to see the body cam for that. Just to, I'm not 100% sure. It was early morning, like I said. But yeah, she took everything out of my pockets except the lithium.
Thing that which is quite funny. It might, well, it's not exactly funny because this is a very serious inquiry, but the funny thing, in my opinion, is that if the police want to drag their feet, if this gets to the point of where they wish to take it to court, they need to provide the evidence of the items that were taken off you. But the fact that they gave it back to you, the argument that police didn't deem it suitable enough to.
Well, that's the thing.
these
They've
evidence
got 3
purposes.
days to do their investigation. Now, technically, because I've been down here with yourself,
Yeah, we can try and expedite.
I've technically checked in for my bail, because my bail I was told to between 6 and like 3 a.m. I think it was check-in was for, because
Yeah.
she said that she was on she's on shift after 6 p.m. because she's a night shift person and she's not here. So I've technically checked in, but
The fact that we've spoken to an officer in an interview room inside a police facility, that should count towards you representing and showing up for that reporting.
the
So,
thing that got me as well is that he technically detained me to take me in for this questioning. Now I
Yeah,
was
so it's a
not
voluntary
placed. Yeah, it's a voluntary interview. Not only that, but if he was detaining me for the process of the interview, why was I not placed in cuffs?
this is what I mean. So this just gives us a lot more questions we can give them. It's going to be quite amusing to see how they dig their way out of one and then another and then another.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lawyer that knows what he's doing and an ex-officer that knows his stuff. These guys are going through the ringer right now.
Well, I spent 2 years in the IOPT in Oklahoma City, so the police in general don't like my presence.
Yeah.
Like you say yourself, as a former officer, you know how the methods that they need to follow worked, and so far, it's been. I think that officer we've just spoken to is the only officer that is very reasonable.
Yeah.
And understanding of our situation.
It's a bit weird as
So,
well that
yeah.
the file's locked to the arresting officer after 12 hours.
It's normally it shouldn't be like that. As far as I'm aware, once the officer has marked it as ready to go to the CPS, that's when they can't amend a report.
Yep.
They should be able to view it by all means. They just can't edit
Well,
it.
the little snag that he's encountered here is that you looked at that report.
Mhm.
So if that report is locked, then how can you look at it when he couldn't?
That's what I mean. Because obviously the police might have a separate notes area for where I don't have access to. It still differs the question of any officer should be able to inquire or look into the evidence that we
Yep.
currently have on someone. If you were arrested and then you were then rearrested for something else, they should be able to see exactly what you've been arrested for in the past and if it's in connection to a current one. Which,
And that's the thing, though. She arrested me for the deadly weapon, then they turned around and changed it for the lithium, but they never de-arrested me for the deadly weapon, and then re-arrested me for the lithium. So technically speaking, my original charge is still standing for the deadly weapon, which I handed back to themselves after being handed it.
Oh, it's never a dull day, is it?
Nope.
Ooh, I need to speak to that officer soon.
But hopefully we can get this sorted promptly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a bit suspicious as well that he said 9 o'clock. So it's going to take him 2 hours to try and speak to a sergeant.
Now, from what it looks like, the officers that are currently on duty, I see one sergeant and one deputy chief constable. So, why on earth they haven't been able to come down at the very least, I do not know.
That's the thing, they don't even need to come down. If that file is locked and he says that he needs one of them to open that file, they don't even need to come down. They can go onto their laptop in the car and unlock said file from where they are for him.
Mhm.
So it's looking like he might have slightly been listening in a bit to what we were saying, and they're wanting to change things a bit.
Well,
So,
if
I
that
would-
is the case, then technically, the moment he walks out, anything discussed by yourself and your legal representation is confidential, and the police are not legally allowed to
Yeah.
listen into that, which I know they have been doing on past cases. Just seeing how frequently they do it.
It
If
might
I'm
be a
not
case of
mistaken-
keeping an eye on my case file then and see if anything changes on it.
Well, on the case files, there is a history tab so you can see amendments that are made, and there should be a
Okay.
timestamp. Either way, if the police want to keep dragging their feet on this, everything they've done so far up until here has not been textbook. It's not followed the correct process. So, if worst comes to worst, we can get all the charges expunged from your record, as well as potentially get some rectitude for that.
So how much am I due you?
Because I've come down here as the on-duty solicitor, mate. Don't have to charge you whatsoever.
Okay.
It's only a case of where if it gets taken to court, that's when it sort of becomes into a sort of billing thing.
Okay, so
Because you're on
I don't
bail.
have to actually technically pay you for the legal fees unless it goes to court.
Some solicitors may charge for these services, but because I am a criminal defence attorney, I don't have to charge you for this, what's referred to as pro bono work.
Okay.
It's only for when it gets to the matter of where finances are involved, there might be a settlement issue now. It's only those sort of times that funds are. But
Yeah.
say, for example, there's a separate incident and you've been arrested for assault of emergency work, because God knows what might happen now. If you ask for me directly or request me personally, that's when we potentially could issue fees. But because you phoned the actual hotline and it got straight put through to me, you don't get charged for that sort of services again.
Okay, doke. Right, well, I'll
Well, the
speak
last
to
thing
you
you want is-
again once we get a phone call to come back down and get this finished off.
Absolutely perfect. Even though there's a storm coming fairly soon, I'll keep you updated, and if you get any information until then, feel free to shoot me a text or a phone call, and I'll get you sorted as quick as I can.
Okay,
Okay.
right, thank you very much.
All good, mate. See you, mate.
I guess it's time to go get changed, chat, so I'm getting bored of this white and black. Let's see if we've got a black and white. Well, that was interesting. My lawyer was kicked out of custody. definitely raising some eyebrows there, like. Go. That was very interesting. Oh, I've crashed. I have crashed. Game memory. I wonder if this is to do with my fucking physical memory on my computer. No, I still got 156. Sweet. Anyone else crash? Yeah, just did. Just did. Uh, oh. Oh. Chat, I'll be so real. I've not got much energy tonight. It's far too fucking hot. I would put on the fan, but I'm worried that you're gonna hear it. I'm sweating my balls off. Let's go out and annoy Samantha Tooney. Pardon me. Sorry, chat. I know this is interesting.
Running with the speed of light, illuminate what's left behind. I might as well just FA at this point because fucking 2 minutes will storm. Oh shit, something serious happened. Public service announcement.
Right. Settings game. Interface? Yeah. Sorry, chats. I know I'm not being too engaging. Oh shit, Unmatched has gone to a 200 pop this weekend. I'm still looking to the crash to remove some cars to figure out what is causing the crash. If your car is missing, don't panic.
Running with the speed of light.
Of course, I'm gonna panic. My car's missing, bruv. Thank you for the like. Oh man, this needs to hurry up. Wait, did they change Leland Square? Oh, they didn't. Let's see if I can go to the casino and do my dailies. Fuck. Landed. Shortcut. Alright, mate. Look after my car, not my car, okay?
Fuck this!
I swear. An hour for you, so about 10 o'clock.
Hello. Another day in Los Santos. Here.
That's 32k in my bank, man. Where's my car? Where's the kid that has to look after my car? The fuck. A Roman bastard. Hopefully the bikers are there so I can borrow one of their bikes. I say the term borrow very loosely. They ain't getting that shit back. Might as well go diving.
Damn, that's true. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll thank me when it's Wednesday.
Liv, thank you for the follow, beautiful. What you saying, girl? And I saw it pop up on stream because wait, what? Is that a notification from Kick? What are you saying, Liv? Let's check Spark. Anyone new? Nah. Shippy. Bromley. Where's Bromley? There's Bromley. I'm guessing it's there. Whoa! Actually, yeah, there's nothing here. If the pawn shop's open, I might as well sell the shit I've got in my stash to there already. Locker 2. Still got 6 minutes. Brother. Alright. Is this fucking pawn shop open? No, it's not. It's not open. It's a fucking shiteman. Right, Bo, what you got for me? Let's have a look at these, shall we? Nah, sure, I just wasted money. I can't even fucking... Oops, rip. Oh well. What's on this job center? Mining, treasure hunting, power washing. I'll try power washing. Or electrician, really. Or plumber. Ooh. Chat, I really don't know what to do because we're at a standstill till this other officer fucking wakes up and we can get this storyline finished, because I want you to see the conclusion. Because these officers are about to get schooled. Nah, she's not even awake. I might actually do some food deliveries. Whoa. Okay. Right, chat. I'm gonna have to fucking cover up for a sec, so I can get a photo of that for them. Right. I'm back. Eh. What's the point in gloves when you can't use the gloves? And I've crashed. Oh. Da, 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 da. Right. I think I might have to end it there, chat, because they're having issues with the city. It's crashing a lot. Right. I think it just I'm gonna have to end it there, folks, because at this point there's no point in me trying to make content while they're fixing the city. I was hoping for a longer stream. I was hoping to give you the end of this storyline. But we might have to wait till tomorrow to give them time to fix these issues that they're having just now. I mean, they're doing amazing. Their devs are working hard on it, and I believe that they'll get it rectified soon. But it's a hard job to do. So we just got to give them time, really. I know Hans and all of them are great at what they do. So what we're going to do just now, until the issue is rectified, I'm going to put the story on hold. I'll fly in tomorrow or something and we'll get it finished then. Kick, there's not enough of you there to raid out to anyone. So we're just gonna end it there. Fucking hell, I'm yawning. Sorry, folks. As per Twitch, let's take a look at who's live to raid out to. Give me a second, chat. I just need to figure out where I'm going to send you all. Is there anyone from Capital that's live? I'm going to... Actually, is there enough of you in here to fucking raid out to raid? Well, worth raiding with. If there's not, I'm just going to end, really. It's only myself, so yeah, I'm just going to end it here. Right. Apologies again, folks, that it's not that long.